General Motors is selling off its money-losing European business in a deal worth over $2 billion. French automaker PSA will buy GM's operations, including Opel and Vauxhall, brands which lost $18 billion over 1.5 decades. PSA, the maker of Peugeot and Citroën, will become Europe's second biggest automaker now, behind Volkswagen. Earlier, GM CEO Mary Barra spoke about the deal.
This was a difficult decision for General Motors, but we are united in our belief that it is the right one for our employees, our customers, and our shareholders of all the entities. As I said at the outset, Opel and Vauxhall are making strong progress. They've significantly strengthened their brands, brought outstanding cars to the market, and made important advancements in technology. Their financial results have improved dramatically. It's clear that the team would have hit the goal to break even in 2016 had it not been for Brexit. That, though, along with key fundamental shifts in the European market during the past 12 months, from changes in customer preferences to geopolitical and regulatory environments to the impact of technology, it required thoughtful and disciplined decision-making about our future.
Eleni Jokos joins us now from the Geneva Motor Show. She has been watching this. Eleni, losing $18 billion over the better part of a decade. You know, they're trying to make it sound good, but GM clearly desperate to get rid of this unit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars worth of losses. You're talking about 16 years of a loss-making European business. And remember that the Opel-General Motors relationship has been spanning over 35 years. If you do the numbers, I mean, half of that time they haven't been able to post a profit. And then you heard the CEO talking about the risk of Brexit and what that meant. You know, major write-downs coming through for this business, $4.5 billion, so a really big number there. And then the overall deal, $2.3 billion, which includes, of course, the Vauxhall Opel businesses and, of course, the financial arm as well. And it's an interesting time because Brexit brings into question the Vauxhall subsidiary. You've got 3 plants sitting in the UK, and you've got all this uncertainty about what that would mean once, you know, sort of the Brexit negotiations start to come about. And then you've got General Motors sitting in a really big pickle, and then you've got a suitor coming through like PSA saying, well, look, we're really interested in this, and it becomes sort of a no-brainer. I guess the question now is, Maggie, is what is PSA going to do and how they're going to do it in terms of turning around the business?
Yeah, and it does seem like they have a big job on their hands. I mean, we know the European landscape is challenging. Yeah. What can they do that GM failed to?
Well, I mean, look, we know that the CEO of PSA, Carlos Tavares, has been known to turn around the business. He did that with PSA with the help of a huge injection coming through from a Chinese investor, as well as the French government taking the company from near bankruptcy into profitability. So, you know, he's got a bit of experience in this regard, but you're also sitting in a market that is riddled with overcapacity. You've got the Brexit issue. Again, these are some of the things that people are starting to question, and of course the price tag as well. The CEO spoke a little earlier at a press conference. Let's take a listen at what his thoughts are and how he plans to turn this business around.
This acquisition is a game changer for PSA as we become a 55 billion euro auto revenue company with a robust second position in the European market.
Yeah, and that's about a 17% market share, Maggie, of the EU market. You know, and it's going to make them a really big player. And, you know, here at the Geneva Motor Show, and as you can see, things are now starting to get underway. You know, all these conversations are going to come up, especially with all the players that have a very strong footing in the EU market and what their plans are going to be with regards to the UK. Important to note that in the UK, Vauxhall, the Opel Vauxhall subsidiary, has around 4,500 employees. They've made a very strong commitment that they're not going to embark on any kind of drastic cost-saving measures that would involve cutting back on labor. But, you know, with any kind of merger and acquisition, we know that commitments are done for 2 to 3 years, and then cost-saving measures and cost-cutting kind of comes through after that. So, again, you know, these are the kind of dynamics that will be playing out. And, of course, we'll be speaking to some of the big CEOs to find out their thoughts on this deal as well, Maggie.
All right, we look forward to it.